Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the top five and the five. Um, it's good to be here once more after a very long time of being absent on fancy football. It's of no reason. We're just trying to look at how we could come up with one or two changes on the channel, and that's why we're here. But you've been watching our transfer update, and it's been going well. The rumors, the news, the updates. I just think that this summer transfer 2024 will be buzzing and exciting already because we've started noticing some movement. Some clubs have been doing their business left, right, center even before the transfer window opened in June. So I just think that it's going to be exciting. With me on the show today to look at what we have, and we all know what we have in this weekend, is no other person than the sport bishop Nonso Alinzechi. Good afternoon, Nonso, and good to be here.
Good afternoon, Fanzy. Wow, well, good afternoon as well to the fans across the globe. But come on, man, club football is back. You know what it's like when club football disappears. There tends to be kind of silence in the air, but good one is back. The top five leagues is back, and hopefully the excitement continues up until from now to the end of the season.
Okay, guys, we all know what we have this weekend is Super Sunday clash between Manchester City at the Etihad against Arsenal, who are trying to claim that title from the defending champion. I think what a way to begin this weekend on fancy football. Now, so what's your take before we go into the dilly dally of this match and other things that we have on the show today?
Well, man, come on, man. It has to be the biggest game of the week, obviously.
The biggest game
Despite what
not in the EPL but in Europe.
In
Just
the
outline.
absolutely, because I don't think any game whether in the Syria, the Bundesliga, the French league, or the Spanish La Liga come close to that big game. A lot of people are saying that that game could be the a title decider, could be uh, you know the game that will decide who takes all 3 points could decide who takes the league come the end of the day.
Exactly.
I personally I think it's far away from what it is because I think anybody who wins that league that game can still lose the league. There are lots of games to be played, at least 8 or 9 more games until the end of the season. But come on, man, what a game it is! It is Pep Guardiola versus Mikel Arteta, master versus apprentice. It is Arsenal at the top of the table versus Manchester City second. The two teams with similar style, similar philosophy, two teams with some world class players who have played the best football of their entire life. And most importantly, I tell you, it brings back the excitement we want to see in club football. Don't forget, I told you some few weeks ago that these are the two favorite for me to win the Champions League. Maybe we could be seeing the Champions League final. My crystal ball is I'm checking my crystal ball, but fortunately because of the draws, it can be the most surely meet in the semi-finals. Maybe a future semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. It's just a preview of what we're going to be expecting. But come on, what a game we look like on Sunday. It's indeed not just a Sunday, but a super Sunday.
Yeah, it's Super Sunday indeed. Let's look at the team news of this match. We all know that Manchester City are sweating to make ensure that five of their players, if I'm not mistaken, will be fit ahead of this match. The likes of John Stones, Kyle Walker, Ruben
Walker,
Diaz, Bernardo
Bernardo
Silva,
Silva.
Erling Haaland, who limped off during the Danish match during the midweek. A lot of
Yeah.
issues with Manchester City going on. I think for us now, before we come back to Manchester City, we have this dilemma with Bukayo Saka who pulled out of
The England
the
squad.
squad. Yes, Gabriel Mangalis also,
Yeah,
and
McGay is
also
also pulled out from the Brazilian squad.
yeah, exactly. So Gabriel Martinelli as well also miss out for the with a foot injury. So it is just left
Yeah.
center. We know that Thomas Partey is close. Is I think he's closed that door for the
He's
Ghana.
returned already.
Yeah,
He's
he has
back.
returned.
Yeah.
He wasn't at the Ghana friendly matches they played against
He
Super
pulled
Eagles.
out intentionally. He told them he
Yes,
wasn't
he
ready
pulled
yet.
out. Yes, yeah, and that's good for him because he has not featured for the club. He has to feature for the club first of all to assess what he can deliver at the end of the day. But this is what we have in terms of injury list on both sides. I think the major for us and majorly is Bukayo Saka, who also pulled out of the English squad, and Gabriel
Let me be
Martinelli, who
sincere.
also pulled out of the
Let, let,
Brazilian
let me
squad.
let me tell you this thing. Arsenal just played safe. Maybe there's no way the Arsenal will kick a ball on Sunday without because Saka being in that pitch of play. You know what they did? We were talking about this in some off, and I was saying that Arsenal are playing smart. Most all their players are pulling out of the international break, ensuring that they have them fresh and steady. Thomas Partey pulled out; he didn't kick a ball in the international break. Saka came into camp, pulled out. Gabriel Miguel is pulled out. Even Gabriel Martinelli, who was injured with a foot injury before the international break, from reports we're getting, he's been training, is back into full training. We're expecting to play against Man City. So I think for even during the international break, there was some also good news. Tomiyasu, the Japanese international, signed up a new deal. Same with Ben White, who also pulled out of the England national team. Yeah,
I
according
think
to
for
Gareth
for
Southgate.
Ben, for Ben White, it wasn't that he pulled. It wasn't that he pulled out. I think he hasn't been in line with Southgate, and that's
Gareth
why he
Southgate.
refused.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
but come on. Because said he called that one of the members of Arsenal called him to for him asking himself to be dropped even before the list was released. So it tells you that I think Arsenal
Was he
are more
was he
fresher.
really was he really true? Was he really on that list? That's the truth.
I
Was
don't
he
think
really on that
both player and
list?
coach. I don't think both player and manager see eye to eye. We saw what
Exactly.
happened at the World Cup in Qatar. Ben White's a natural winner, an absolute baller. He wants to play every other game of the week. We saw him at Brighton, how he fought himself from that team to the first 11 and got recognition. Even playing at the right back, that's not his natural position. He started his trade as a centre back, either in the three-man defense or in the two-man defense. So for me, like I said, he just pulled out. I think it's more of integrity. I don't see eye to eye with Gareth Southgate, and there's no need for me going to the national team and then playing second fiddle or practice player for the likes of Rashford and of course Harry Maguire, who will end up playing those games as we saw at the World Cup as well. So for me, to be realistic, I will keep saying this every other day of the week and twice on Sunday. That Arsenal looks like the team that is more fresher. Most of the players pulled out of the international break, so they're not really. There's no injury worries. Most players who are out are back to injured. But for Man City, it's looking like a truckload, man. You did talk about Haaland. He managed to play in that game, but we also that it wasn't the 100% Haaland. And Man City, we all know what that man brings when he plays. He's a goal scoring machine. He scores when he wants, and everything good in Manchester City come from the young man. So we need to look at it from that point of view. John Stones was effective and efficient for England. I think he's the best ball passer centre back in the world at the moment. I don't think any player come through. We've never doubted his ball playing quality even while he was at Everton. Under Guardiola, I think he took it up the next notch. That's it for me. So for Man City, I think they've got more of the injury worries. Haaland, Stones, Kyle Walker, who also had to pull out of the national team as well after playing the first game. So at the lesson that Declan Rice had to captain the team in his 50th cap. So for me, Man City has got more of the injury worries, but it's something I must say about Man City. It looks like they've got a large pool of players. Every player in that team can start in any other team in the Premier League. The bench is star-studded. Pep Guardiola is a genius, and no matter who he chops and change, they play a certain way, a certain style, and you get the same side of football. So as much as a lot of people say, oh, the man still have got some injury worries, with Pep Guardiola, anything is possible. The man does not need all he needs is 11 players on the pitch of play. Whether it is Rico Lewis, who was caught up in the national team, where has proved he can play. Whether it is Nathan Ake moving to left back, whatever how he shapes up. Whether it's Gabdiol dropping to centre back, the man thing is no matter how he shapes up, they play the same way, and they are very little in front of goal.
Okay, I think for City it's more of what happens in the defense. Defensively,
Yeah,
they've lost players. Akanji is also having a problem as well. So
Manuel Akanji is
Ruben
out. Yeah, speaking of,
Diaz,
he had
John Stones,
Stones
Manuel
and
Akanji,
Akanji.
these three defensive players are having a problem. I think he has to come up with a certain plan to see um if his defense can. I think they have the other guy they signed from RB Leipzig.
Exactly, that's
What's his name?
Gabdiol. They have Gabdiol.
Gabjo.
They've got
Gabjo
they,
needs to partner somebody that is 50% fixed in that for that
they
part.
have Nathan Ake. Well, you don't need to
You have
struggle it.
Ake as well.
Ake can play as a
So
centre back. He plays the left or right. So see, my problem is not about Man City. I know we all know Man City whether they play Akonji, Diaz, Stones. Their Achilles heel is always their back line. When you try to, like we saw against Liverpool, this back line are very heavy. From Akonji to Diaz to Stones, they hate to run. When you play a long ball behind them, the ability for them to chase back is their major issue. They want to be in position on the ball. They want to pass the ball quickly. They want to force the issue. They want to, they want to hurt you, but they don't want to be hurt. You understand? And that is why, Wenger will tell you that when you have the ball, you are 90% secure because you keep passing the ball around and you keep tossing the ball around and you keep worrying your defenders. It's as simple as that. You get it? So for Man City, if they can have a chunk of the ball, which is always when you play Man City, you have to lose the ball position. It's a normal thing under Pep Guardiola, no matter who you play. So if they can curb that issue. But we already know that Arsenal would look at it as somewhere the Achilles heel. The loophole where they can exploit that back line. If they can have a go at them, they will get goals. But don't forget, this Man City team will also score goals. So they even come down to who wants it more and who score more goals at the end of the day. So as much as we can, it's well documented with the issues with the defense and with Manchester City. We know that with Guardiola, he's the king of tweaking, chopping, and changing. He can change a thing right now, change his style right now, and who knows? At the time, they have no answer to it.
Okay, let's move on from there. Talking about tactics now. This
Yeah,
tactics time. We all know that the only way to play City is to match them,
to press.
match them, match them stride for stride, press them very well.
Absolutely. Press
United
them
showed
hard.
it. United showed it the first half of the
Liverpool
match
showed
they
it.
lost. Liverpool showed it
Yeah,
in 90 minutes because they are a team that can do it for 90 minutes in the Premier League. The only team that can do
absolutely.
it for 90 minutes in the Premier League. And uh, and the match ended in a 1-1 draw. Can Arsenal
Absolutely.
can Arsenal emulate these two sides? Can Arsenal emulate these two sides to press City stride for stride in this match? Because that's the only way City can be beaten. It is the only way. We've seen it this season in the matches that they've lost, and we've seen it time and time again, even in the previous season. The only way to play City is to press them,
Yeah.
hurry them, don't allow them to settle on their stride, don't allow them to have the ball, to feel comfortable on the ball, and at the end of the day, magic will happen. You always get mistakes from one or two players at the back or in the midfield to take the ball with your fast-paced attackers and hit them on the break.
Funny enough, to be sincere with you, I will try to be sincere with you. You can Arsenal press for one let's just say 90, 100 minutes. I don't think so. Arsenal has got issue with concentration. If you look at the games Arsenal has lost this season, they lose concentration when you expect them to not to. But if I would take us back to the first leg that went at the Emirates Stadium, we also the Arsenal could keep their head up high and suffocate in the world, suffocate, take the game to Man City in the whole 90 minutes. They did it at the Emirates Stadium and scored through a fortuitous goal, caught that deflection from Gabriel Martinelli that gave us the 1-0 victory that they took away all 3 points at the Emirates Stadium. But unfortunately, this is a different terrain. This is a different stadium in front of a different set of fans. We call them the Blue Army. Some people think they are noisy, but I think right now they are making some good music. So the
They are making
fans.
they are making some good music by cheating. That's the only thing. Let's go on.
But the truth is this, man.
They are making some
Let me
good
be sincere
music.
with you.
Let's move on. Let's move on from there. Carry on.
Absolutely, man. But come on, let's be realistic. I think Man City playing at home, they tend to suffocate teams. They, instead of you to press them at home, they tend to bring the team to take the game to you. We've seen Arsenal capitulate in the first 15, 20 minutes at the Etihad Stadium in recent times. The last time they played last season, Arsenal couldn't have any answer for Kevin De Bruyne because they took the game to Arsenal, and Arsenal, in short, Arsenal crumbled like a pack of cards. We've seen that happen so many times against different teams. And this Man City team looks like a team who are rejuvenated, who looks like a team who's got an eye on the prize. The prize surely has to be the Premier League title. They want to go for the fourth time in a row. No team has ever done it. It will be unprecedented. And don't also forget as well that this same Manchester City team, when it comes to playing at home this season, have been absolutely impeccable. Since the start of the new year, they've only dropped points in a single game. And we know what that game is. That game against Liverpool, where they got that 1-0 draw. So they're absolutely impeccable. They are the king of the second round of the Premier League season. Arsenal, this is the time where Arsenal seem to crumble and fall. So I tell you, this match will ask so many questions about the Arsenal character, about the Arsenal mental strength, about the Arsenal ability to withstand massive pressure. Because to be sincere, I don't think Arsenal will start the game on the high. I think it's Man City. It is Man City game to lose. So they want to give Arsenal a run for their money. Get Arsenal to ask the question, let Arsenal do the answering. Arsenal will need to chase after they soak the pressure. So Arsenal is ready to soak the pressure and try to hit on the counter attack. They'll get anything from this game in the whole of 90 minutes. But like I said, I'm not too sure that this Arsenal team can survive the pressure for 90 minutes. I'm not too sure they can defend. I think they could go away with a slim loss, a slim draw, but it's going to be difficult for Arsenal to go away to the Etihad Stadium, and cancel out everything that Man City throw out. Even Chelsea, who I thought had a very great defensive game against Man City, they when they when they stuttered, they stammered a little bit. Rodrigo answered them with that beautiful strike that got them a point for Man City at the Etihad Stadium. So, do they have the defender of Chelsea? I don't think so. Do they have the mental ability of Chelsea? Maybe from what I saw in the first leg, they could have. Can they keep that chase, that press for 90 minutes? That's the biggest question. But at the end of the day, I think Man City has got a massive edge over the game. First of all, mentally. Secondly, because they've been in this place before. And thirdly, for Arsenal, it's about redemption. Hopefully, it doesn't overwhelm them come match day.
Okay. Quickly. Talking about a little bit of breaking news which we've had recently, that Alonso will be staying at Bayern Leverkusen for the meantime. I think
Yeah,
Liverpool and Bayern Munich have respected that decision, and they have to look for another manager elsewhere. So I think for that, that should be that should be it for that. Then for other news coming in, Stones and with respect to this match, Stones and Kyle Walker to miss Manchester City top of the table clash again. So that news has been confirmed now for Stones and
yeah.
Kyle Walker. They will
And
be missing
Walker,
that match. But we all know
two big
City
blows.
will come up. Yes, they will come up with something different in this match. I think we know Pep Guardiola. He will tweak and chop, like you said, his
Yeah.
formation. Then what else do we have there? The sports manager has been speaking too. Okay,
But,
there's 100% chance for Saka, Gabriel, and Martinelli to be fit ahead of this match. That has been confirmed
no,
by
I,
Arteta. There's a
I
hundred
told you
percent
that
chance.
Arsenal played safe. I can't see Arsenal step into the pitch of play at the Etihad Stadium without a Bukayo Saka, without a Gabriel Martinelli. These guys
So
were
what?
rested. We all know.
So what Arteta was saying during this match was that after their session tomorrow they will find out, because they'll have another training session tomorrow. They will find out if who will stay on the bench and who will start the match ahead of tomorrow. So I
No,
think
mark
that is
my
what
word.
he's saying.
Martinelli may struggle to start, but you see
Yes.
Gabriel Bukayo Saka, he will kick the start from the start of that game. He'll be there because there's this psychological effect that when the star player is on the pitch of play, he may not be
Yeah.
100%. You get, but he keeps
Yeah.
the defenders on their toes. We saw with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, one chance bang, the back of the net. And Saka is like that. He brings that fair factor. He's England page boy. Every player who is rising up from the England national team now is being compared to Bukayo Saka. He seems to bring that feel good feeling around Arsenal, their players and their fans, and of course the coach. When he talks about Arsenal, he talks about Bukayo Saka. So I think no matter what, they'll patch him up. They'll patch him up. If not, maybe to give him a rest after this weekend. But this weekend, I see no Arsenal without Bukayo Saka. This is a game very important. Like I said, it may not determine who wins the league, but could determine who could move into the next stage of the season, that is talking about, or the last part of the season, with the right the edge psychologically to get into the title running. But for us now, I don't see them going to this game without Saka. Like I said, that the fact that he put out the England national team was a precaution to ensure that no matter what come what me, he would have. I know if he had gone to the Three Lions would have used him, and it could have been a major doubt for this game.
Okay, gonna be a major double for this game. Okay, let's move on and to other news in the Premier League as well. I think that's that for the top of the table clash this weekend. I will come back to the predictions for that match
Yeah.
very soon. I'll come back for it too. But let's look at other news. I think in other news as well, in the Premier League as well. Let's look at where we have. Okay, we also from the Manchester United camp, Martinez has a chance to return to Manchester United ahead of this weekend clash against Brentford. So I think for Martinez, it's good to have him back, and it's good to have him in that defense for the likes of Manchester United. So let's move
Easter
on.
comes early for Man United.
Yes, Easter comes early
Easter
for them.
comes early.
So let's
Absolutely.
move.
Very
Let's move on.
important.
And also for those that will be keen to watch the match between okay, those that will be keen to watch the match between the Spurs and is it on Monday match between Spurs? Let me see. Is it Spurs and Crystal Palace? Let me check that fixture very well to inform us. I think that match has been postponed. So between Spurs on Monday, it has not been postponed, but instead of we having that match on the
On a
Monday,
Monday.
which is eight, of that match should be upper week, I guess. It's an upper week match. So
Yeah.
that match has been brought to 7th on Sunday. So that's a good one because
Yeah.
of one or two industrial action in London that will mitigate transport movement of people from left to right.
of people. Yeah,
Yeah, so that is that about the EPL, the top of the table clash. Let's look at other clashes in the EPL and see what we have in the EPL. Let me pull up the. Let me just pull up what we have for the EPL on Sunday. The matches we have on Sunday in the EPL. Okay, I think the early kickoff tomorrow is Newcastle at home to West Ham. What's your
yeah.
take about that in 1 minute, please?
Newcastle, West Ham, two tough teams. Both teams hoping to get to the continent again. West Ham through maybe Europa League, Newcastle maybe Conference League, depending. I don't think they had a great start to the season. I think Champions League football happened to them. They're not used to be where they were at the start of the season. So it is what it is. The top of the league, but I fancy Newcastle at the St James's Park to get out 3 points and give Eddie Howe maybe a moment of respite from the chaos that is going on around the club at the moment.
Okay, so the other matches for 3:15. I mean for 3 o'clock tomorrow is Chelsea at home to Burnley, Sheffield
Yeah,
United, Fulham, Nottingham
yeah,
Forest, Crystal Palace. Bournemouth will host Everton. Tottenham will be at home to Luton Town.
yeah.
And let me see. I
The
think
late kickoff.
no late kickoff tomorrow.
There's
No late kickoff.
there
So
is, I think it's
let me see.
Brentford and Manchester United. That's the late
Okay,
kickoff for
Brentford.
tomorrow.
Okay. There's Aston Villa Wolf also late kickoff.
Yeah,
Okay, let the first
that
late the second match as well.
late.
Then Brentford,
Yeah, and then
Manchester United. Then for
there are
Sunday we have
four time frame. Yeah,
but then for Sunday we have Liverpool, Brighton, and Arsenal travels to Manchester City
versus
in the top of the
Manchester
table clash,
City. Yeah,
or we call it the title decider match between these two sides. I think for me, anybody that will win this match will have the momentum to challenge Liverpool or the other side for the title going forward. So that is just what it is at the moment. Liverpool should find it very easy against Brighton at home. I think the last team that beat them at home was this same Brighton team. Okay, they do at home to Brighton last season. So it's going to be
one
a
man
very.
cannot. One man has. See, let's bring it back to Van Dijk. That boy, I don't know. Nobody doubted his quality about how good he was. But right now, watching that boy play, I'm in awe of that boy. He's immaculate.
I
He's
think
imperishable.
I think for me,
He's nowhere
he
near.
has come back to his old self because he's aging
No, he
gradually,
has
and
not
as he
come
ages,
back. He has not come back. He is
he's
now in
now.
the level of he's in
No, I
God
think
mode
he's let's
defensively.
let's have it. How old is Van Dijk?
I think it's in his early 30s anyway. Early
So I
30s.
think he's aging, and when it comes to defense,
And he's
we
aging
saw that
well.
with the
He's aging well.
no, we saw that
The
with
boy is
with the
aging
likes of
well.
we saw that with the likes of Rio Ferdinand, we saw that with the likes of
Ferdinand, yeah.
Vidic, we saw that with the likes of John
Yeah,
Terry, we saw that with
even
the likes of
Pamatosaka.
Pierre Matasaka, also Tony
Yeah.
Adams, So Campbell. As they age, they begin to get that experience. They begin to know positioning matters most than
What to
pace.
do and how to do.
Yes, and
Yeah,
what to
yeah,
do, how to time players. I think Van Dijk
yeah.
is a good one that Liverpool are having him good, strong at this point of the season because they need him and other players around him to be fit and to play very, very well. I think for me, it's a good
This
one for
guy
him.
only lost one game at Anfield. Just one game at Anfield. His record at Anfield is
It's spectacular.
untouchable.
It's spectacular. But let's see what will happen after. Let's see.
How do you say this?
Let's see what will happen after Jurgen Klopp has left. Because for me, I think it's all about Klopp. It's not about Van Dijk. It's about Klopp, the way
Okay.
he set up his team. It's not about Van Dijk. And we saw that at Old Trafford 13 years ago after the gaffer left. It was all about the gaffer. And I keep on saying, if you are bringing, no matter what structure you have in a team, no matter
Yeah.
what structure you have, we saw that with Real Madrid, and they had to fire after Vicente Del Bosque left. They had to fire how many managers? How many managers?
before, they,
How
before, they,
many
before they
managers
got it right.
before they got it right till with Zidane and with Carlo Ancelotti. I think Zidane left because
Ancelotti.
for Zidane he left because I think it's good to buy out when the
When the
ovation is
ovation
high.
is loudest. Absolutely.
But for Carlo Ancelotti, he's a master of all. He knows when the right time to buy out. He knows when to
That guy
and
is a perfect
that's
example for anybody
that's
who wants to become a modern manager.
exactly
Perfect
so.
example.
It's just like that. He started very young, at a very young age as a manager. If I tell you that Carlo Ancelotti was in the Juventus team that United beat in the semi-final in 1999, you will say, wow, he was the manager of that team in 1999. So from
Come on,
1999
come
from
on.
1999 to date, how many years? From 1999 to date, how many years? So
Wow.
he's a fantastic man. He's a fantastic manager, and at that time he had one of the best team around in that team, very good team at that time. So, but that is what it is about football. You evolve over time as a manager, and
Yeah, exactly.
has been able to do it over time, even with the likes of these
Yeah.
newcomers. Our so-called
Even
newcomers
with
that
the
are coming
even the young boys that are there, the people say, oh, they're not
he
experienced,
knows.
they're young.
Yes, he knows
He
how to
knows
adjust.
how to manage it. Vinicius Junior was a young boy, now he's the Galacticos. And Rodrigo as well, Camavinga. These are boys who are trying to write their own name in the print of time. And the man has helped guide those boys. They look like a fantastic team, not because of come on, we saw them in their former club. They were not as good as this. At some point, Benzema was telling Vinicius Junior, don't pass the ball to him, he's playing against us. Fast forward a year later under Ancelotti, the boy looks like a raw diamond in the rough. The guy has brushed him off and he's looking like
Exactly,
the toast of the whole world right now. Absolutely.
exactly. So let's move on to the Spanish La Liga quickly. We have no time. We have no
Yeah.
time left. The La Liga beckons on us quickly. From
Hope
La
Man
Liga,
United win this weekend, though. Hope Man United win
they
this
should
weekend because they're
they
playing
should be able to
Brentford
win.
at the Vitality Stadium. If they don't win, Eddie Ten Hag should start singing his farewell song or write us his script, his goodbye
Yeah,
script, and keep.
we'll be
Because by the end of
hearing
the
rumors
season,
left and right. I think that we'll have that at our discussion on Monday, hopefully. Okay, I
absolutely.
think for La Liga today, today's match will be you see Cadiz host Granada. Cadiz should be at home to Granada
Yeah.
for this match. Tomorrow we'll see Getafe Sevilla. That's one tough match one have to look at also. Almeria Osasuna Valencia Mallorca Barcelona Las Palmas Celta Vigo on Sunday against Real Vallecano. Girona will host Real Betis. Alves on Sunday also we host Real Sociedad. And Real Madrid will be at home to Athletic Club. That's
That Athletic Club, that is the biggest game, not one of the biggest
one
game
of
for
the
the
biggest
weekend
one of the biggest
for
game
La
outside.
Liga.
The biggest game for the weekend, followed by
In La
Villarreal,
Liga.
Bayern, and Atletico Madrid. I think if you look at the top of the table
Yeah.
as it is now, you have Real Madrid running away with the league with 72 points. Barcelona now second with 62 points. Girona,
Girona, third.
who were untouchable before, are now sitting 62 points in third. Atletico Club are fourth, which makes that match with Real Madrid a very tough
A
match
very
because
dicey
I know
one.
that
Yeah, they've
I
they've they've
declare
they found a way to push away Atletico Madrid out of that top four.
exactly. So just a point between them, between Atletico Madrid and them. So anybody that wins, we say that we
Mm.
limp. If Atletico Madrid wins, they will limp off Bilbao if Bilbao lose. So that's what it is. Then Sociedad is in sixth,
Absolutely.
Real Betis seventh, Valencia eighth, and
Check where Villarreal is. That's why I
Villarreal
tell you, I don't think
nine.
they're a big game.
They are
Just
nine.
imagine. That's why I
So
don't
they
I don't
will
rate I don't rate them.
I just think no. I think it's a big game because Villarreal. Let me tell you why it's a big game for now.
Yeah.
Outside Real Madrid and Barcelona, Villarreal is the second most informed. In short, in terms of point gathering in the last five, Villarreal
So
is
they
the
have been the best.
second
Yeah, yeah,
most
yeah, yeah. I give that to that.
informed side. So Real Madrid has 3 wins and 2 draws, but Villarreal has have 4 wins and 1 draw in
And
their
one
last.
draw. And they are playing at the Estado Ceramica as well. That is the
Exactly.
the Estado Ceramica in front of their own the yellow wall. No, there are so many yellow walls in this one.
Exactly. Yes,
This one
but
is
that
yellow
is
wall of Villarreal. Yeah.
exactly. So I think Villarreal, it will be a tough match, though their position is not conducive to where they are. But with the form of
But they
Atletico
could play
Madrid,
spoiler. They could
yes, with
play
the form
spoiler
of
to Atletico
Atletico Madrid,
Madrid.
yes, they should.
Condemn them further to Europa League football.
Europa League, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, that is for the Spanish La Liga. So let's look at what we have for the German Bundesliga. Like we all know it. The German Bundesliga, no fight,
I
no
think I
no
think for me,
Friday.
I'm always looking forward to the Bayer Leverkusen game. They play Hoffenheim this weekend.
Yes, there are
The
some
only team still
Hoffenheim.
the only team still unbeaten in the league across top five league and in all competition. This is what everybody wants to
Exactly.
be Alonso. In Europa League unbeaten, the cup competition unbeaten, the league
But we all
unbeaten.
know that
And we hear that we Yeah.
We now know that he will stay at. We
We
now know that he's
he will
confirmed
stay
that he
put
is
for one extra year.
for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wants to
So
play
let's see.
Champions League football. If it's you, Uncle, will you run now that you have given Leverkusen Champions League football? This is by Leverkusen's first ever Bundesliga title. They get there at the end. Histories. I've been also
Yeah.
visiting their first ever Bundesliga title. This is a team that had the likes of Stefan Kisling, Diaby. I can go back to their history. They were also they were chasing. They were chasing, and not even Sammy, the Nigerian jam who once played for them, the left footer. They were always chasing,
Yeah.
finishing second, finishing third. But this year could be their year. They get to the
This
start.
year,
They
this
win
year,
the
yeah,
Bundesliga.
not could be.
I,
I don't see
it
them
could be.
crumbling like a
I'm
pack
not
of
get.
cards.
I'm not getting ahead of myself.
I have to
Fancy.
get.
I'm not getting ahead of
For
myself.
me, I have to get ahead of myself because I'm not
But
seeing
for me,
them
it's about
crumbling.
experience for Alonso.
I'm not. I can't see that team crumbling like a pack of cards at the end of the day. There's no way.
Okay.
There's no way, man. There is no way they can lose. How many points? 10 points. They can lose 3 straight matches and draw one at the end of the season. No, there's no
How many
way.
more matches? How many more matches is left? So they will lose 3 games. Even if they will
That
lose,
is
not
just
3 games now. Not three
that is
games.
just.
Not three
I
games.
think they should be able to play 32 matches because it's an 18-man league at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
everybody should go
Yeah.
with 34 matches at the end of the day. So that is what it is. So I like I said, I can't see them crumbling like like a pack of cards. So that's what it is. So
But for
let's
me,
move
for
on.
Alonso, quickly before we run, for Alonso, for
Yeah,
me, it's Champions League football. He qualifies for Champions League football. He wants to taste it before jumping to somewhere else.
he
Let
has
him
the
test
right.
the waters.
He
He has the right
he
to
has the
test.
right to test it. Yes,
Yes.
he has the right to test it.
Yes. Yes.
If he can keep crop of his players, because we heard that the likes of there was a verbal
Hmm.
request for the likes of Victor Boniface by Premier League side. This is exclusive.
Even Frimpong,
Yes, and
Grimando,
Frimpong as
they will
well.
rate that club in the summer.
So
They will
people
rate
will
that
want
club.
that club, but it
It will
depends
take
on,
Alonso.
and that is
It
why
will take
Alonso is
Alonso to
staying.
hold forth.
So that is why
Yeah, it
Alonso
will
is
take Alonso
staying.
to hold those players.
Players. Yes, to
Yeah.
keep those players. Okay, for the German Bundesliga, the big match of the weekend after the match in
La,
England,
La
it is
Clasica.
the La Clasica between Bayern Munich and Dortmund. Bayern Munich are at home to Dortmund.
Yeah.
So let's see how that one pan out tomorrow in the evening. This is a late kickoff in Germany. So let's see how that one pan out. If Bayern wins,
Fancy,
I think
where do you pitch your tent?
I'll pitch
Is
my
it
tent with Bayern.
a struggling Bayern Munich?
I'll pitch my
Or
tent with Bayern because I know why I'm pitching my
okay.
tent because in as much as in as much as Bayern should be the second, the third most informed side. No, Dortmund should be Dortmund and Bayern have identical wins in their last five. So
Identical results, yeah.
identical results in their last five. So that is that for that. If Bayern don't win, I think if Bayern don't win, even though if Stuttgart or Dortmund win, they should not be able. They can't
They can't
lose.
come close. They can't come close. They can't
And
come
for
close.
Dortmund,
No.
they have to win that match so that
It's about
uh,
pride. It's
and pray
about
that
pride. You beat Bayern Munich. You
RB
know?
Leipzig, RB Leipzig, they have to pray that RB Leipzig. Right? So I want to ask you a question, John. What do you think about the situation of this Canadian that plays for Bayern Munich, Alfonso Davies? Because I think that Bayern are expecting him to sign a new contract.
And they're giving the man an ultimatum.
And they're giving him an ultimatum. I don't think it's wise because we all know that Hassan, what's
Real
his name?
Madrid.
No. We all knew that last season the CEOs, the management of the Bayern Munich club were
Is it
sacked.
Samihovic?
Samihovic and Oliver Kahn were sacked or were let go last season. We all know that. We all know what happened at the end of the day. We also knew that Nagelsmann was not supposed to be sacked, to be frank. The sacking of Nagelsmann last season
was a bit hasty. Yeah,
was a bit hasty. He was doing well. Yes, there are challenges because Bayern refused to.
But he's a new manager.
And
he's a new manager. He will have to hobble before he runs. It's simple.
Exactly. So, and they sacked. They went on the spring of sacked him, and they managed to win the league thanks to Jamal Musiala and Dortmund crumbling at the last match of the season against Stuttgart.
Yeah.
But this is a new board, and they've not the agent. If I had that statement, I could have pulled it out. The agent of Alfonso Davies said they've been waiting and they've been waiting. They only got they even sent contacts this year, this January, to see if that contract will be. But I just sense that that deal won't happen. That renewal won't happen. What's your take? Because the guy has set
I
his
think
mind.
first on the move.
Yeah.
First of all, I think it's a stupid decision by the management of Bayern Munich to put an ultimatum on a player who they are trying to woo to stay. Don't forget, the guy has got the upper advantage. He can walk out of the club as a free agent come the end of the season. So the guy has the knife and the yam. So you come with this persuasive, trying to let him know that, make him feel comfortable at the club, trying to ease him, trying to rub his ego, caress him, force him to put pen to paper, and then if you want to go hard on him, you can, as the club who has got the upper hand, because the guy is quite young, so he's going to sign a long-term deal. I'm not come telling him that he has until next week to sign a contract, or else he can then depart the club. Who knows this? But I'm looking in a building phase. Most of the players there are look, your best player is a teenager going to 2020. Jamal Musiala. Your next player close to him is Matthew Tell, also a teenager. So I asked myself, are they doing the right thing? Alphonso Davies has been a long servant of the club. He's won the Championship League with you. He was in the team when you guys were in total dominance of the Bundesliga. He's one of the best left back in the world as the moment as we speak right now. So you have to create his ego. See, I used to say something about Mikel Arteta. I'll say it. I said Mikel Arteta would have been far ahead of where he is right now if he understood the science of managing ego. He has to play with you. He shows you the exit door. That's not Guardiola for you. Guardiola will tell you, okay, when they have played with phone, he punished you for like 2 weeks.
I'll play you.
Exactly, he punished you.
You are very important to me. You are
very important to me. You are part of the squad.
What great managers, that is kind of psyche.
Look at Arsene Wenger.
Yes.
Even Beckham, they got to the point where he had to throw a boot at David Beckham. But he had to play David Beckham and he got him the result he requires. You have to be able to manage ego. These guys make money in hard currencies. Some of them make money more than even some professionals, like medical doctors. You get what I'm trying to say? So you have to be able to see, these are young boys making money that some of them didn't even believe in their life they can ever make. £400,000, almost, if you put it in Nigerian currency, almost 450 something million a week. Tell me something about this. So for me, it's about managing ego. He didn't do that so well, but Mika has not helped him. What they've done right now is they've easily passed one of their best players to Real Madrid for absolutely nothing. Real Madrid are using a team of young players. Alfonso David fits the bill as a young player, a young, experienced player. They're having issue with the left back, whether it is Benjamin Mendy, whether it is Frank Garcia. He comes in there and he's slotting there perfectly well and he's playing regular football. So who are the biggest loser? Bayern Munich, who are the biggest winner? Alfonso Davies, because why he get an improved contract, he get in quotes a bigger club in European football. And who says he leaves Bayern Munich who is struggling for a team who is going to be vying for titles? Absolutely shocking. I felt they went about it the wrong way. As much as I always tell you that no player has been at the club. I will say that, but sometimes you know that you are not an advantage.
But when it comes to negotiation, they are both the club
exactly.
And the players they are on the same level playing field.
Be like Mourinho, lure the player in and then slap the player after you have signed the contract. Exactly. It's simple.
Okay. That is that for that. So let's quickly look at the Italian Serie A. I think for the Italian Serie A, the title for me is almost.
Come on now, Fanzy. Don't say it's almost. What is almost again? What is almost again? Look at the point gap. You say almost.
Okay.
Let's absolutely. The point is sickening. How many games the Italian lose from now to the end of the season?
In the next 10 games, I don't think is it 10 games. They have 9 games left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So how many games they want to lose in 9?
I don't think they can lose 3.
I don't think. Come on, man.
Absolutely. Only one loss in the entire season. Only one loss in the entire season.
Exactly. It has to be a total. It has to be a complete annihilation. The first time they lost in the Champions League was in the one. Exactly. The first time they lost in the Champions League was in the Wanda Metropolitano. We know how they lost. The pressure of the guys. I don't know how to say the way Italian call them. These fans that are crazy, brought them down to their knees. But it is what it is. I think they should get through. They've got the quality players. Do they feel that they have players like Sanchez playing a big part player, Marco Arnautovic, who would have walked into anything in the Serie A and become a first team player playing a big part player. You have Marcos Thuram as well in that same squad. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Marco Barella. You have this young man as well who played for Man United and Arsenal, Henrik Mkhitaryan, and you got Jan Sommer who have been a revelation. It seems that they didn't even miss Onana at all because the man is slotting in and is doing a great job. The back
Yeah.
line, left back, there's quality oozing all around, and that's why I can't still phantom how they lost that Champions League game. But football happened, and this is why we love to let that game. Absolutely.
Okay, finally towards the end of the show, is your crystal ball ready, man?
I've got it by my side. I'm looking at my crystal ball right now. I know the whole world is waiting for what the bishop will have to say, but I think it's either closely beside me. I won't let you see it so that you would not jeopardize or you will not try to
I'm seeing
manipulate
it.
my crystal
I'm
ball.
seeing it. I'm seeing it already. Whether you like it or not, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it already. Okay, let's take the prediction, the Premier League predictions now. Starting with
Okay.
Newcastle versus West Ham.
Newcastle will win that game by 2 goals to 1. I think they'll get just the firepower will be just too much for West Ham. West Ham will give a goal,
Chelsea,
but come
Burnley
on.
quickly.
There is no data for Fana for Burnley. It's gonna be match tied. It's on loan from Chelsea, so Chelsea has got an advantage, and the Chelsea win at Stamford Bridge. If they don't get all 3 points, I don't know where Chelsea will get 3 points from this season. So 3-1 victory for Chelsea.
Newcastle, Sheffield United, Fulham.
Woof, I fancy Fulham to get something from that game. A 2-1 away win for Fulham.
Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace.
Whew, I don't want to be a fan of. Unfortunately, there's no time when you'll be out for 2 games. That's a big blow for Nottingham Forest. But because they are playing at Nottingham Forest Stadium, let's see. I say a draw in that one, a 1-1 draw.
What's Everton?
I didn't get that.
Bournemouth, Everton.
Whew. Everton are in a bad place. 2-0 victory for Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium.
Tottenham, Luton Town.
Tottenham are playing at home. And Postecoglou knows what this entails for him, and they are playing good football. So Tottenham must win that game, but they will concede, as always, in a 3-1 victory.
Aston Villa, Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton, because of injury worries, they're all over the place right now. So how they capitulated in the FA Cup. So I'll go with Aston Villa to win at the Villa Park. 3-0 victory at the Villa Park.
Brentford, Man United.
To tell you, I want to say Man United will win. Because the other place is the BT Community Stadium, the BG Tech Community Stadium. I want to hold my breath a bit. But Man United will just scale through 2-1 victory. It's a game after the international break. They won't want to disappoint their fans.
Liverpool, Brighton.
One-way traffic, my man. Brighton are a good side, but at the Anfield, we all know how it ends. It's going to be high scoring, maybe a 4-2 victory for Liverpool.
And finally, on the top of the table clash, Super Sunday match between Manchester City and Arsenal.
I wish you could see my crystal ball right now. It's beeping. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I think it'll be a score draw, 2-2 draw at the Etihad Stadium. Arsenal will just manage, because of the defensive frailties at the back for Man City, to get some goals that will be enough to get them 1 point from this game. 2-2 at the Etihad Stadium.
We will talk about these predictions on Monday. I will replay this clip back on Monday for you. So let's see what you have scored at the end of the day. So thank you, Mr. Bishop, for being part of the show today. Thank you for those that have viewed this video and watch us live. And thank you for those that have been subscribing to Fancy Football. Keep subscribing. Thank you so much. Keep bringing the subscriptions. Keep watching our videos, and take us to a place that is normal, so that we could also share in the YouTube port as well. Thank you so much once again. Also, and we will see our fans on Monday.
Absolutely.
On Monday, hopefully on Monday, we should be here on Monday.
Obviously, we should be here on Monday, talk about everything that's happened in the last, let's say, 72 hours. So I'm happy to be here again. This is our channel. Please do like, share, subscribe, because we're only going one place, and that place is up.
Yeah.